Good morning, America, and good morning, everybody from this big world, wherever you are at. All right, today is Terania's birthday. And believe me, without her help and Tom, my magical webmaster, there is no way that I could do what I'm doing every day for you. So once you click on the link and read the rest of the story, you have an opportunity for you to wish a happy birthday to Terania. What a beautiful angel. All right, now, um, Terania is part of the new generation. And top of that, she's a Virgo rising, so she is a freak of cleansing. She'll throw anything away before I finish to read it. She's constantly using the vacuum cleaner. That's the way she is. Jesus, I always wanted to have a clean wife, but I guess I got this one. She's over clean on top of that. She stuffed me with all sorts of pills. I mean, good pills, vitamin supplement and fish oil. That's probably why I look young last 10 years. Anyway, so I know that she's very fussy. I bought her a Lexus a year ago when she got a license, and she is so fussy. I mean, she cleans this car all the time. I mean, he has a little spot. She sees it, and she raises hell until it's fixed. In fact, she had a dent on the door, so I had to have it fixed because she made my life misery. So yesterday, the day before yesterday, she cornered me. We play game, and she said, I got you, yeah. And she was laughing her head off. I said, okay, wait, I'm going to get you too. So yesterday morning, I thought, okay, well, it's her birthday. And she has been asking me if I could do something with the tip, the exhausts of a car, because it doesn't look good to her. So she wants something shiny. I thought, it's her birthday tomorrow, so let's do it. So I took, give an excuse, get out of the house, and then took the car to the garage, and I had two chrome pipe put up there, and pictures are there, so you can look at the pictures. And then I went inside and I said, hon, I got bad news. She says, what? I said, I said I was going to go and fix the radio in your car because you cannot turn on and off whatever it is, and it sucks the battery. And that was the plan. I told her the night before I was going to fix that. And somebody in the garage just hit your bumper, and it's got about an inch scratch. Oh my God, she went totally berserk. She says, what? Oh my gosh, we're going to fix that right away. And then I went outside in the pool, trying not to laugh. And about a couple of minutes later, she came back with a big smile. She goes, I love you, honey. Thank you. And then she grabbed me, she hugged me. And I said, I got you. She said, hell yeah, you did. So that was a little story that I'd share with you to uplift your spirits. All right, so look at those pictures. And as you all know, I'm ahead of all the news. And that is, again, if you purchase the 2020 Nostradamus Direct Forecast. And currently the news are saying that weed and coronavirus, even occasional use, raises risk. And another study was about living in this city in the US raises your risk of contracting the disease. So this is something that comes out today. Yet, back in August, I wrote, health warning, the reptilians are aiming for air pollution and fire in 2020, new lungs disease and serious respiratory problem due to air quality and the illegal or legal use of many drugs, including smoking pots. Now, you got those kids that smoke those e-cigarettes. These are probably the ones who end up in the ICU and die. Now, this is also um, another prediction that I wrote. The body, the mind, and soul of billions of oblivious people will be contaminated by those nefarious entities, leading to a very serious increase in depression and suicide. Two words that I didn't put in my newsletter yesterday, but I decided to put it up today because, again, the news are clear today. A crisis mental health hotline has seen a 891% spike in calls. Well, you know, many of you have experienced or may experience depression, and those are induced by your fears, which are, of course, manipulated through the superconscious by the reptilians who cannot live without your fears. I'm sure you're getting the idea for now. But this is going to affect your dreams too. In fact, yesterday, Taranya woke me up. She was all crying and all upset. Oh my God, I was in that dream and two people came and they took you away in the car and they took Lady, our little dog. And she was really upset. And she was crying and she was, so I hugged her. I said, look, okay, listen. You're watching so many things. I'm watching the news and she's reading the news. It's a job to keep up to date with what's going on. So obviously she's being slowly but surely contaminated. So you pay attention to your dreams, my friends. If you dream that you're drowning, if you dream fire, if you dream that you're losing friends, or you get scared and you're trying to run and you cannot go nowhere, these are very serious signals coming from your superconscious that you are getting infected and the reptilians are winning the battle over you. So I would strongly recommend you to stop, digging into a conspiratorial material that can, get you down and start to listen to new age music, go out, get more vitamin D, exercise, do something that can uplift your spirit. So pay attention to your dreams. And if you have dreams, I will always take the time. I'm going to be starting to work and drive around the state pretty soon for FedEx, transporting very special things that are needed out there. But, before I leave, you may want to tell me some of your dreams and I will translate them for you the best way I can. So, on the Cosmic Codes and Patreon, you are definitely our supporters, and it shows. And thank you for that. You can ask your questions, and the public too. You can also ask your question by writing under this video on your comments. So pay attention to your dreams, and remember, with all the situation where a lot of people suffer. Now, we are still into this SOS to the world deadly window, which is cursing the world with death. The police is targeted, and people are dying. In fact, global coronavirus death toll now passes 100,000. Okay, a lot of people think, well, it's the flu, it happens all the time. They're in denial because they have so much fear. They don't want to accept the truth. Remember my motto, in the eternal battle between emotion and logic, emotion will always wins. Emotions also are fears. So that stops people to accept the reality. Tyranny is one of those. My own wife, she says, no, it's just a virus. She doesn't want to accept the reality because she's scared to death. And I understand it. So also by endorsing and reading and watching video that are conspiratorial, you're going to go to jail. The government is going to put you in concentration camp. Be careful of technology, 5G and all that good stuff. People are just going down the spiral. They are oblivious. That is all inserted. It's all imposed by the reptilians that are using technology the wrong way. And you don't know better. So if you start to have those dreams or you're in a bad state, you need to uplift your psychical vibration to a more positive outcome. So 100,000 deaths, that's news. That's what the quatrain says and the keyword says. Louisiana reports an increase of more than 900 coronavirus cases. Wow. And then I think out there is some religious lunatic, some religious idiots who, again, put their faith in God. Nothing can happen to them. Their logic is completely gone. Their faith, which is an emotion, love and happiness, it's emotion, positive emotion, take out the critical thinking goes completely through the window. So stay home. All right, what else do we have involving the police mentioned in my SOS to the world? Phoenix police commander remember as dedicated family man during funeral. A police commander died in my city, and he died exactly during my SOS to the world deadly window. So when I say be ready for police news, my friend, I'm not making it up. You can see that right in my city, and in many other city, cops are dying and I'm being scared. Again, in the newsletter, you can read police requiem. I've tried to reach the cop for years, trying to give them my cosmic wisdom, trying to save precious lives. But the police authority, those who are in charge behind their big desks, they are not facing the reality of death. They're not facing the crooks. So these are the ones that are religious fanatics, or they are atheists and scientists, educated idiots that said Dr. Cherry's work is just a pseudoscience. Meantime, I offer the real proof of what I'm talking about. Even when the FBI visited me when I predicted the terrorist attack, it took place during my SOS to the world deadly window. Right in front of me, I had my prediction unfolding. And I'll never forget that. That's why I'm cautious giving date for terrorist attack. Now, I received this email from Mark. He's a cop. He says, thank you, sir. Will this virus start to slow? I'm a police officer in South Florida, and I'm scared. Excuse me. I do have mask and a face shield to use if I go inside the building, but lately we stay outside. And did you say people born in June are in more danger because I was born in June? That's a given. A lot of people born in June are cops. If you count 6 from June, July, August, September, October, November, you end up in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is a nightlife, a face death. It rules the police force, the criminal element. People work at night when they're born in June. I mean, Art Bell and George Norrie were born in June. They work at night. So what I'm trying to tell you here, I could tell you a story that you would not believe. But I will tell you in a second involving the police. But in reference to you, Mark, don't worry, my friend. You all of those born in June and December. Before that was those born in July and January because of the dragon. You can read all the information in my Nostradamus Dragon forecast. But you are aware of it, okay? And I'm telling you not to fear it. As I told you many, many times, if you watch my video, you got to apply your will. The part of God in you is stronger than the reptilians or the dragon. You need to be more positive in a way that, okay, you need to have faith. Okay, I will not attract this virus. Remember, magnet will attract a piece of wood. If you do not fear it, you'll be all right. And the scientific community just a couple of days ago mentioned that people that beat the coronavirus and those who have fear get it back. So understand what I'm trying to tell you. Take all the precaution you have to do, okay? And then you put another shield that is impossible for coronavirus to penetrate. And that is not to give in to the reptilians, those entities that cannot only survive. They can only survive with your fears. Do not feed the reptilians. That is my answer to you, okay? All right, now in reference to this cop, I was coming back from a conference in Las Vegas. It was pretty late. During those days, I used to live in San Diego. We came back from Phoenix. And then after Phoenix, I was driving. And all of a sudden, the needle on my car, on my temperature, goes close to the red. I said, oh, what's going on? And my wife says, oh my gosh, we're not going to get stuck in the desert, are we? I said, no, we'll be fine. So I went outside and my flashlight, I look at my car, the belt snapped. I had no belt. So I thought, oh my gosh, what, it's what, 3:30 in the morning? My wife is kind of freaking out all there. So what am I going to do? I have a degree in engineering. So I thought, you know what? Porsches and Volkswagen and any other cars are cooled by air. So I thought it should work. So I went in the back of my car. I had an idea, and I put one on my book. I put Beyond the Secrets and the Power of the Dragon together on top of the hood. So I had a gap of about 4 inches, and I tied up the hood the best way I could. And I said, that should work. And I start to drive again, and that needle still go to the red. I said, I'm not going fast enough. So I had to go, in order to keep that needle just below the red and to cool the head and do not bust the joint, the head gasket, I had to drive at least 100 miles per hour. That was the only way to keep the temperature and keep moving. And of course, the cop stopped me and he goes, excuse me. After, he said, the first thing is, excuse me, do you know how fast you were going? I said, yes, officer, I'm so sorry, but I have a problem. He looked at me and he goes, where are you from? I say, I'm from France. And during those days, French was fighting with Americans. So we talked a little bit about that. And he goes, what is this? And he put his flashlight on top of my car, and I explained to him what I did. He goes, man, you're very smart. And does it work? I said, yeah, but I have to be 100 miles per hour. Then he goes, where do you go? I said, I'm coming from Las Vegas. And he goes, what did you do in Vegas? I said, I'm an astrologer. I lecture. And he goes, what? You're an astrologer? You believe in that? I said, officer, believe me. I do believe in it. And I look at him and I said, were you born in June? He looked at me, his eyes went, how the hell do you know that I was born in June? I said, because you know what, you were born in June, a lot of that's transportation, communication, driving, cars, and working at night. I mean, it's astropsychology, and that tells me that he was looking at me like I was from another planet. Not only it did not give me a ticket for driving at over 100 miles per hour, but he told me that there is 2 more cops. Okay, and he told before San Diego, that was also running, and he told me to be careful to find a place and to ask for help. Of course, I didn't listen to him, but I did actually pass in front of cops that was there. I said, oh my gosh, they're gonna stop me again. And guess what? They didn't stop me. So obviously they must have a radio each other's. And if you see this guy going that fast in the middle of the night, there's nobody there. But the guy just saved my butt. And he became a client of mine and a student of mine. So I had to share that information because we are into that plutonic police cops situation, and there is not only negative news of cops being scared to death, but there is also good news involving the police. So, okay, also, my window always induces earthquakes at or above 6.0. And then we had the 5.9 in the Philippines. So my prediction didn't come to pass. I missed it. Might be the equipment in the Philippines did not record it properly. All right. Home invasion suspected coronavirus must be killed by resident. Yeah, good for you, brother. Kill those suckers. Okay. You know what? People are very desperate now. They'll do anything, absolutely anything to make money because they don't have a job. So they're victimized and they're infected. Okay. So they're going to come and knock at your door. They're trying to sell you masks. You can't find mask anywhere, maybe. Okay, some people might just sell you a test. I don't know. Do not open your doors, especially during my windows, because now, whatever you say, whatever you do, will follow you for the rest of your life. That is if you escape with your life. Understand my word, my friend. Okay? So be safe. Don't open the door. Don't let reptilians infected lunatics out there killing you because they're desperate. Pop star. You should be upset I go virus test and you didn't. Hell yeah. Yeah, pretty much like Boris Johnson, who was supposed to die but did not, okay, because he was caught at a very early stage. He had money, he's the name, he's the vice president, he's not a nobody out there like you and me. So he's taking care right away. He's giving you the best medication, whatever it is they can do. They put it in a ventilator, but you would have to walk in line maybe to get your ventilator. Okay, and then that's the difference between you, me, the rich and famous, and the powerful out there who escape with their life when the stars are cursing them. Meantime, he's not out of trouble just yet. So as I said in my newsletter, I believe in the power of prayer. A lot of UK residents care about the Prime Minister, and they should. And then their prayer worked. Okay? But God bless you, Boris. I hope you just going to come out of this one real good. Now, hear what Barack Obama said in 2014 about pandemic. You have to remember Obama is a Leo, and he was born with the tail of the dragon in Aquarius. Aquarius is anything and everything that works with astrology, with the future, being able to see things in the future. All my planets are in the sign of Aquarius. I have a stellium in the sign of Aquarius. This is why I can see the future. So our president, ex-president, made a very, very distinct predictions. He didn't beat me, though I did it before him. But still, the way he talked like a real president is concerned, and the reality of his vision cannot be denied. Thanks to his dragon's tail in Aquarius, Aquarius rules humanitarianism. So before anything, President Obama wanted peace and love and balance and harmony on planet Earth, which is not something that everybody wants, obviously. All right, you can click on the link and listen to our ex-president, and that confirms what the power of the world of Aquarius is all about. I'm on Bundy, a war to defy stay-at-home order for Eastern gathering. Okay, again, another lunatic, basically. He already had confronted the government to protect his First Amendment, God knows what. He's probably also a very religious part of the game. Yeah. So now, as of Thursday, in his state, in Idaho, 1,354 people are confirmed to have contracted coronavirus, okay? And 24 of these people are dead because of coronavirus. And he is there to defy it. That tells you what people would do for their ego, for their insecurity, for their fear of letting the government taking over their freedom, taking their guns away, or God knows what. That's to tell you that you cannot fix stupidity and you cannot fix religious poisoning. That is definitely an infected soul. To take chances with all the people, the idiots are going to follow him. Well, but so it is. So it is, my friend. Cardinal Dolan shares a Good Friday message amid the pandemic. Like the Pope, every priest is now stuck. The tail of the dragon in Sagittarius doesn't support religion, doesn't support the wildlife. That's why I predicted on George Norrie 2 weeks before it happened, all the wildfire in Australia that killed millions of animals. Not to forget, of course, the aeronautic industry going downhill and the cruise corporation going downhill, and so much more that you can read if you put your hand on my forecast. There is a difference between spirituality and religion. You were born with a spirit, but you have been taught religion. Remember, all religion were induced and created by the reptilians who infected the mind of people who didn't want to work. They would rather just stay around the kids and rape them. That's a fact. Knowing also that religions have killed more people than all viruses, wars, and natural disaster combined together. That tells you that slowly but surely, this age of deception, illusion, poisoning is dying, and the new age of Aquarius is taking over. All right. Now, the next window, I'm not going to give you any information about the next window. You have to become a Patreon or a VIP and show me your support. But it's going to be a very, very interesting one. And all the details will be on Patreon or on the Cosmic Code. In fact, the details have been on the Cosmic Code at the beginning of the month when we offer you various horoscopes, daily guidance and predictions and things that the public is not allowed to see. Patreon gets also a reward, of course, for supporting us. And I think we have like 25. Thank you so much. It's not bad. It's pretty good to have so many people that are supporting my work who really trust me in Tirania. Okay. Okay, now let's see, sharing something. This guy, Mike, I want to thank you, Mike, because he wrote an email. He says, George, you see, this is what I like about Dr. Cherry. He doesn't say there may be an upswing or a downturn in the economy sometime in the near or distant future, like most talk show hosts, prophet would do. No, he says the upswing will hit in specific dates. Like I did last time when I predict complete restructure of the real estate, and everybody lost their houses, and the government supported the corporation and the banks. Different now. Different. Now the dragon is in the opposite. That's why the government is paying you, and you save your house, but the government house is getting hurt. Everything changes every 12 years when the dragon's head and tail moves and makes a mutual reception. Okay, even if he's out and out wrong, he is still 10 times better than most prognosticator. Well, that I must say to Mike, I'm not wrong. Never been wrong. And I'm not saying this on any egotistical view. You got to be reading those predictions and very more carefully. But hey, that's what it is. Thank you for your support, my good friend. In fact, last time he was on Coast to Coast, he predicted that the U.S. financial system will be completely overhauled by the government. No one else even came close. That is an old email. But my latest prediction on Coast to Coast, and you can go and check it by clicking on the link in slide, is when I give the prediction of the fire in Australia that we're going to kill a lot of animals, and I was dead on. And sad enough, again, I've tried to get those guys to get me on the air to explain to the masses the power of the superconscious and what to do instead of letting all these people talking and making you more depressed. I can give you such an important information. I don't have to bash the president. I don't have to be negative. I can be doing a phenomenal work, yet the reptilians are stopping me getting on Coast to Coast. That's how it is. But you know what? Life is a constant process of changes. I'm sure I'll be there sometime because Tom is a good friend of mine. But at that point, they said that we don't want to talk about coronavirus and everything. Anytime there is somebody who talks about coronavirus for hours, the wrong way. And that's what pisses me off. But that's how it is for now. All right. So there is quite a lot of interesting things going on in that newsletter. I mean, I cannot, talk everything that I write. I'd just like to finish this video by reminding you, my friend, that today is Taranya's birthday. That woman works her butt off with Tom to make sure I can stay and do what I do for you every day. So there is a link that will lead you to Taranya's Facebook page, and that's where you can, give her your good wishes. And I thank you for that. Until then, I'm going to be starting with FedEx. I'm waiting for them to call me to get on the road. Not sure when, 1, 2, or 3 days, because it takes a while to do the test for drugs and criminal record and all that good stuff. But I might just take off tonight. I have no idea. Until then, my friend, be safe. Take all the precautions that you need to stay safe. Okay, distance. Okay. Good distance, 5, 6, 10 feet, okay? Most of all, wear a mask. Wear a mask. Because when you sneeze, it goes to 20 feet, even if you don't know if the wind's picking it up, okay? Or if somebody sneezes. So wear a mask, okay? If you do have it or you don't, wear a mask. Wash your hands, that's a given. Most of all, the secret, most of all, do not fear or feed the reptilians, because a magnet will attract a piece of wood. It's a very stupid universal law, but it works. And while you're at home and you couldn't do nothing, don't waste your time. Put your hand on my book, Beyond the Secrets. I guarantee you that. And you can tell me right there on the bottom of this video, Dr. Cherry, you're lying to me. Okay? I'm telling you right now, once you open this book, you won't put it down. Because the information, the education, particularly now, are critical and could become a major contribution for you to catch or not catch coronavirus. You need to understand the power of your subconscious. That's why I want to go back on Coast to Coast so bad, but they're not paying attention. Hey, George, email is there. Maybe you could support me with that too. All right, my good friend, be safe. God bless all of you. We are all in that battle together, yet you're alone. You're alone not to fear the reptilians, okay? And at the end, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. So You understand what I'm saying? Be positive. Talk to you again. Bye-bye.